To make the bird feeder itself, you'll need some kind of yarn or twine. Kitchen twine, any color of yarn will work. If you don't have those, you can use a piece of ribbon or even a shoelace, anything that you can string through the holes to pull the bird feeder together and then to hang it. You will also need tape. Clear or masking tape will work as long as it's not reflective, because that will scare your birds away. You'll need toothpicks, one toilet paper tube, a hole punch, and scissors. If you do not have a hole punch, you can use your scissors to make the holes that you'll need for this project. The last thing you'll need for your feeder is fruit. Today I've chosen grapes and oranges, but you can also use apples. When using these fruits, make sure you cut them into small enough pieces that they don't weigh down your feeder too much. Grapes can be easily cut in half, and oranges and apples, cut them so that the rind or the peel is still on. That will help keep them stable. Make the pieces not too much bigger than the grape halves. You'll have plenty of leftover for a snack for yourself. The first step for assembling your feeder is to take your toilet paper tube and to cut it into pieces. You can squeeze it flat like this to get the scissors on it. Adults, this may be something that you want to do ahead of time so that your littles will be ready to go and not have to wait. I've already cut one into 5 pieces. These will be the 5 petals of our flower. When you've finished that, you'll want to take and squeeze each piece so that you can put a hole through it. As I said before, you can use your hole punch to put through there, but if you do not have a hole punch, you can use the pointy end of a pair of scissors to put your hole through there. You'll want all 5 of them to have one on the end. It does not matter if they are even or not, but you do want them to be both near enough to the end that they're not going to tear through, but that when you put them together, they will end up in a daisy size shape. The next step is attaching each of the pieces of our flower feeder together. For the purpose of our video, I'm going to use my shoelace because it will be easier for you to see the steps. However, if you're using a piece of string or thread or yarn or ribbon, take a piece of tape and wrap it around the end so that it doesn't fray or get stuck, and that'll make it easier to thread. Take one of the pieces and the end of your string. Thread the end of it through. Then the next. Then the next. This is an excellent exercise for your little ones to practice their threading skills, because there's no right or wrong way to do it as long as it goes through both sides. When you're finished, you'll have all 5 of them on there. Scooch them together and lay them flat. Once they're flat, you can move them down towards the middle. With this, now we're going to tie a knot. Criss, cross, tuck it under, ta-da! The next step of assembly, you'll need your tape and your toothpicks. I started with just 5, mainly because I didn't want to weigh it down too much. As you make these, you can do more than one and see how it works for you. You're going to take one toothpick and lay it on top of each petal so that it's on the middle. This is where an extra set of little hands really helps. And all you do is tape it to the top. It doesn't matter if it's even, it doesn't matter if it's neat, as long as the toothpick is secured on there. Then we'll go through and put one on each petal. If you're just using grapes, doing it like this should be plenty. If you're going to use oranges or chunks of apple, then you might want to take and put an extra piece of tape on here just to ensure that each toothpick stays steady, because you wouldn't want it to fall off before your feathered friends get a chance to eat their yummies. Now we're down to the final step, putting on our delicious fruit to our bird feeder so that we can hang it outside and let our feathered friends enjoy. This part is easy. All you're doing is sliding the fruit onto the toothpick. Parents and adults and caregivers, all of my big people out there, this is an opportunity for you to talk to your little one about even and weight. Because if we put all of our fruit of one kind, like the heavy pieces here, on this side, it'll fall over. So we want to make sure that we have some of the heavy stuff on one side and the other. So while you're putting these together, you can have some conversations about that.